Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies continue to have us sitting on the edge of our seats wondering, is a dip about to happen? Or is there going to be some bullish continuation? Is Bitcoin going to break through $20,000? In this video, I want to revisit historical data that is suggesting, that is showing that Bitcoin is increasingly looking bullish on the short-term charts. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into this video. Everybody, please be mindful of the timestamps below. I'm about to talk about something. If you want to go right to the charts, hit a timestamp, jump right to the part of the charts that you want to go to. Everybody, today is the launch. I don't know if you can see. BlockGains. It is live in iOS and Android. Everybody, this is a crypto portfolio tracker app that allows you to plan and strategize your exits. We talk about buying the dip. We've talked about it for years on this channel, buying the dip. When Bitcoin's going down, what do? You buy the dip. But what do you do when it's going up? What do you do when all-time highs are being broken? When altcoins are seeing 1,000% gains? Do you have a plan? What does that look like? Are you using spreadsheets that look like this? I mean, I think this is pretty much mostly what people are using. This is an example portfolio of Cardano, of what an exit might look like for Cardano, and it's spreadsheets. It's ugly. Everybody, I created BlockGains. It's live. It's free. I'm not sitting here trying to sell you a course. I'm offering this free app. It is an MVP, a minimum viable product that's just getting started. There's going to be features that are not there, so please be patient as we get ready to launch version 2, hopefully in around a month. But this is the base version that allows you to plan your exits. At the end of this video, there's going to be around a 4-minute clip discussing and showing you how to get set up in the app. It's very easy. It's very simple. Please leave a 5-star review if you love it. Let's jump into the Bitcoin charts. Everybody, this is Bitcoin on the monthly chart. Check it out. This is where we're going to start. We're going to start really on the macro. Here's what's going on. You know the story. We've talked about this back in 2016 and 2017, Bitcoin breaking the bull market doors then, that green Fibonacci retracement, right? Same thing just happened. We've been waiting for this move and we're here. You know all of this. Now, the month that we're really tracking comparable to then is right here. It's this candle right here. And you can see that red candle. It's like, it's such a weird candle because if you look at the daily chart, you can see the volatility involved. I mean, Bitcoin almost broke all-time high and it just dropped like 30% plus. And then at the end of the day, came back up and closed like very even with where it opened. And you can see that illustrated here. And we've been tracking, well, what's Bitcoin going to do this time around? And this is what I want to do. I want to dig into these charts. Right now, if you look at this monthly chart and then you go to this daily chart, there are some extremely important things. We've really looked at the comparisons of the daily then, and this is back in 2017, as Bitcoin topped out, came back down and revisited those bull market doors, the 618. We've talked about that. The similarities. As Bitcoin was approaching a similar area and actually making this move, we wondered, is this it? Is Bitcoin going to make that same move to the 618 down here as it did back then? Now, what has transpired, and this is what I want to talk about in this video, is extremely interesting. Here's a 6-hour chart. What I want to show you is, I really want to dig in here. This is a 6-hour chart back in 2017. Actually 2016 right here into 2017. So what I want to really show you is Bitcoin breaking the 786 line, how it kind of interacted with that moving forward and what happened next. So Bitcoin breaks the line, barely, comes back down, kind of interacting with that line a little bit, finally getting a swing high, right? And so we can take a Fibonacci retracement from that pretty much that average area and really this last swing low at the 786 to that swing high. And we can say, okay, at this swing high, Bitcoin put in this high that created this Fibonacci retracement support area. So back then we would have talked about this, right? Bitcoin could be up here and we're talking about a swing low to swing high. Hey, everybody, we have support down at this area. What happened at that area? That's what I want to talk about here. Bitcoin wicked very harshly through that area, came back up for potential support, it looks like, for just a couple 6-hour candles, and then broke down. That was extremely bearish for the short term for Bitcoin. The days that follow, you see what happened from that 786 line of the Fibonacci support area. Bitcoin actually had a 23% dip, right? So that was a confirmation a dip was getting ready to happen. Now, this is what I want to show you, and this is why Bitcoin's looking kind of bullish, and we still have to track some things. There are some areas that Bitcoin needs to stay above, but let's go to Bitcoin now. And we have a similar interaction, right? Bitcoin breaks through the 786 of the bull market doors briefly, barely. It looks a little different than it did then, but similar in a lot of ways. Namely, that there was some short-term consolidation right at that line before breaking to the upside. And what happened? Bitcoin, let's take our Fibonacci retracement from that area around the 786 to the swing high that Bitcoin had here, right? That first swing high, and let's chart the Fibonacci retracement. So basically, this swing high allowed us to take a swing low to swing high and chart a support area, this Fibonacci retracement. And it is the same exact type of support area that we got back in 2016, swing low to swing high down to Fibonacci support, right? Now, look at the difference. Look, and we actually talked about this, right? As Bitcoin was making this move, we were saying, is this it, everybody? Is Bitcoin about to do what it did back in 2017 at the swing high, top out and come down? And it kind of did, right? It topped out, it came down a little bit. Price range wise, we're looking at a dip of from that wick. It's a 17% volatility, right? That was a big dip. But what has transpired is so interesting. And this is the first time Bitcoin has really set itself apart from what happened back here in 2017. Back here, Bitcoin failed, right? Bitcoin failed to see support at the support area. This time around, we saw support. We saw a bounce. And that is a very bullish sign for Bitcoin if you compare these two charts. This is the first time Bitcoin's really diverging away from those charts back then. So what is next for Bitcoin? We can go kind of to track what we've been tracking, right? We've been tracking a lot of different things in play on the 6-hour chart. We have some rising channels. We have a potential head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders that I talked about in yesterday's video. And since I did that video yesterday, you can see Bitcoin's come up just a little bit. We're approaching potentially that very, very key resistance area. It's very confluent resistance of some trend lines right around $20,000, everybody. It's really the neckline area of the inverse head and shoulders, and it's this lower trend line of this rising channel that Bitcoin is still trying to break into. It hasn't happened yet. But if Bitcoin does break above these areas, this confluent area, right around 20,000 to 20,100, Bitcoin could really take off. And we have targets to the upside, multiple, at around $24,000. So we are very close to Bitcoin making a really solid move. We're around a 5%, 6% resistance away from Bitcoin breaking through to the upside. Now, in the short term, there's always potential, right, for downside. This isn't a guarantee. Just because Bitcoin's looking different in terms of this Fibonacci support and this bounce, it's definitely a bullish sign. But just because that's happening doesn't mean Bitcoin won't dip, right? There's no guarantees in this game. This is always speculative. You always have to anticipate every scenario, but it's the first sign of bullishness. So we can take our swing low, and we talked about this, I think, in yesterday's video. Swing low to swing high, we still have this support area down here right around 17.6 to right around 17. We have this support area in the short term for Bitcoin to see some downside. Now, what's really bullish for Bitcoin is the fact that all of this is happening above the bull market doors. And this is what the bull market doors look like on the 6-hour chart. Interestingly enough, going back to the monthly chart here, I want to just show you back here, when Bitcoin was seeing all that volatility that we were just looking at on the short-term charts, this is what the monthly candle looked like. And you can actually see, though it's a red monthly candle, it closed above the bull market doors. At the end of the day, everybody, at the end of the day, I don't know what's ahead for this month of Bitcoin, but we want Bitcoin to close above this 786 line right around 16,200. That means in 2 weeks from now, we could be trading at 13,600. As long as Bitcoin bounces and closes the monthly candle above this Fibonacci retracement, the bull market doors, that's what we're looking for. December is a very, very important month for Bitcoin. Right now, we have separation of around 13% to the downside. That allows Bitcoin to see some retracement, right? That allows Bitcoin to come back down to this Fibonacci retracement, 17,000, all the way from where we are now, 18,800. So time will tell. Wanted to do this quick update for you. This is what we're tracking. This is what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Now, everybody, BlockGains. Check this video out. Get comfortable. Please download the app. Leave us just a review. The momentum of this, if you can all download this app, leave us a positive review as long as you like the app. The momentum of this will truly help this launch. I appreciate your support and your patience. Please email us, info@BlockGains. I know you're going to have features you want. We're working on it. So have patience as we get this going. Thank you. God bless. What is up, everyone? BlockGains app, iOS, Android. Go download it. Leave an awesome review. MVP, everybody. Minimum viable product. There are a lot of features coming, so please have some patience. But the value is here in this page alone. This is the gains page I'm going to show you. That's the purpose of this little clip. Obviously, go download the app, everybody. I truly, truly appreciate your support as we hustle to launch this thing. And I really do. I really do appreciate your support. So let's jump into this. So homepage, very simple. List of altcoin, list of crypto in general, favorites tab, exchanges, all that good stuff. Portfolio, we have a couple in our portfolio, Bitcoin, Ethereum. You can see it here. You can click the top and look at the transactions. And then we have the gains page. And this is what I want to show you. So real quick, I'm going to show you two things. Here's how you add to portfolio. Let's click. Let's just pick Cardano, right? Let's add it to our favorites. Let's add it to our portfolio. We're manually putting in a USD trade of a buy of, let's say, 1 million Cardano, and let's say we got it at a penny. Okay, so now you can see in our portfolio that we can actually organize by total worth, right, from greatest to least. We have Cardano sitting there in the middle, total worth $157,000, and you can scroll over and you can see Cardano at the top where you can edit transactions. Gains page, here we go. Bitcoin, there's already a scenario on there, but I want to break it down for you what a scenario looks like. We have 1 million Cardano to start with. Everybody, I talk about buying the dips all the time for years on this YouTube channel. And now it's time to prepare for the inverse of that. Prepare for all-time highs. Prepare for gains. Do you have a plan? And if you do you have it written down, or is it just in your head? And are you really going to stick with that plan? This is where you can brainstorm, everybody. And this isn't a spreadsheet. This is a nice looking app. And to me, that's important. I created this for myself. So I'm happy to share it with you. But here we go, 1 million Cardano. What are my exit gains going to look like? What's my strategy here? Let's just do this. This is off the top of my head, speculatively. I'm not selling Cardano until it gets to a certain price. And I'll sell 100,000 Cardano, okay, when it hits $1. Done. So exit gains, the top left of the screen, I have $100,000 profit. I have 900,000 Cardano left. You can change this to a pie chart and you can see I've sold, speculatively, 10% of my portfolio. Let's do another sell. I'm going to actually sell at $1.50, and I think I'm just going to sell, I'm going to sell 200,000. This might be at a point where Cardano's getting ready to dip. I have no problem taking this profit, and if it dips, maybe I'll use that profit to buy and scoop up that 30% dip for Cardano. Here we go. $400,000 exit gains, 700,000 Cardano left. Let's do another one. 200,000 Cardano at, let's do $3. $1 million exit gains, right? I've placed 3 speculative sells, and I have 500,000 Cardano left to hold long term if I want. This can go on forever. You can see I've sold a 10% sell of my portfolio, 20% and a 20%. I have 500,000 Cardano left, and who knows what the dips are going to look like from this area. But I've got some fiat to buy that dip with, don't I? $1 million gains. This is it, everybody. It's very simple. I'm a simple guy. I really am, and I just like clean interfaces, and I like to have a plan in front of me, and I like to integrate it with my portfolio. That is the purpose of this app, and I hope you enjoy it. It's free. Please know this. There are features that are not available right now. They're just not here. And my dev team will be working on these features. I promise you. So if there's something you really want, email us, info@blockgains.io. But this, again, this is MVP. This is a starter. This is just a starter app to get this ball rolling. But I'm telling you, we're hustling behind the scenes. We're going to be adding updates and adding features. Version 2 is going to be so much better than even this one. So I hope you enjoy it. I love your feedback, but I really, really appreciate your support. Go download this app, leave us a good review, and I appreciate you. God bless.